Well, it's great seeing Shaq get those big numbers and have those kind of games, but you have to hope that the Magic do not need that from Shaquille O'Neal here tonight.
For the National Basketball Association. And on this Friday night, the Orlando Magic beginning very busy weekend of basketball. On the home court tonight, Orlando hosting Detroit. And tomorrow, they travel down south to Miami. More than 15,000 fans in this arena tonight as we welcome you to the NBA on Sunshine Network.
Pat Williams with the lucky
Yeah, exactly. Well, Shaq, we talked to him just a moment ago. Says he still doesn't feel good, but he looks awfully good out on the floor, doesn't he?
Well, it's nice. You just don't want him out too much this time of the year. So I guess Shaquille is back. Hopefully he can have some big numbers. Hopefully the Magic can put some distance between themselves and the Pistons.
The Orlando Magic number is 1. A win tonight, and Orlando guarantees its first ever playoff spot.
And at center, 7-1 from LSU, number 32, Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, a special night. The Pistons, they have never won at the Palace of Auburn Hills, and they won by just 2 points here on Pearl Harbor Day in 1993.
I would think Cheney, and he has an excellent coach, Chip. He did some great things in Houston. But
officials for the game tonight, Bill Spooner, David Jones, Dick Bavetta. Dick told me just a minute ago he had an extra cup of carrot juice before the game started, so he'll get all the calls right, and he got that one right to start the game off. That's a good sign.
For the next year, but you would have to think that Isaiah would be a candidate for that job in a few years.
There are your officials, Rush, Garrettson, and Borgia. Here at the arena, Shaq stole that tip on the way up. They'll give it to Detroit. And Shaq is back. And while he may not feel well, his smile certainly looks like $1 million.
As good as ever.
Well, Outback Steakhouse Shaq stats, no rules, just right. There is where Shaquille ranks among his peers in those statistical categories. Not too shabby, wouldn't you say?
But still struggling to get mentioned as a serious MVP candidate. Still mentioned behind David Robinson and Olajuwon.
Rebound tapped by Avent to O'Neal. Off the window, no. Got his own rebound. He won't miss that. 5 for Shaq. Mashburn shot good if it goes. And that's the end of the first quarter. 41-41. Pick and roll. That's an easy basket, too. 4:10 left. Campbell with 4 field goals, 8 points. Almost stolen. But O'Neal saves Hardaway there. 3:05 left. Tie game.
Number 10, tie number 10 in this ball game.
Mashburn layup came out. Now O'Neal.
Well, none any easier than that. You want easy points? That's it, though it comes off of a miss.
Dennis, no. Rebound tap by Avent to O'Neal. He's fouled, no call. Shaq gets the dunk.
Well, give Anthony Avent 1 point on that because he knew he could not get it himself, so he knocked it to Shaq. Avent has been very active around the boards in this game.
Shaq doubled with Jackson. Score the bucket. Not much of a contest there.
Well, you made the call a little bit earlier as to your surprise as to why the Magic were not going to Shaquille, and there is the reach in. Lorenzo Williams, just no matchup, and Shaq having his way on that one. We'll be back.
27 left. Give it go, O'Neal from Styles, and a hammer. And now a whistle.
Now Scott Skiles might be bleeding just a little bit, so now he's going to have to leave. And I know what he's saying. You know, Legler got to stay into the game, and he was bleeding a whole lot more than I.
So Hardaway will check in. There's the give and go. Skiles checks out. Long outlet feed. Anderson picks it off. Now the Magic have a 4-on-2. Hardaway to O'Neal, spinning in traffic, settles, pump fakes, hammer. Welcome back.
Well, that will make him feel a whole lot better very quickly. And he knocked the clock out on top of the basket. Knocked the shot clock. The lights are gone on that slam.
Isaiah Thomas hits a nice little jump shot. See if it'll bring the clock back on. So Shaq.
Penny Hardaway with the nice pass, and Shaq just stays right with it here. Does a good job of not traveling, and that rattled so badly that it.
So hi guys, we'll see you in a couple hours.
Yeah, well, he missed one, and then Ed Rush stepped out and said, hey, that's enough practice. Here's another look at that dunk by Shaq. You saw him just stay down on the ground and say, welcome everyone, I'm back.
Just right. Shaq's done it all this season. I don't know if he'll win the MVP, but I'm sure he'll get some votes.
Well, he's going to get a lot of votes, and you see some reasons why right here. He has been very effective on offense, but he's done a good job on defense as well as rebounding, and they're still working on the clock.
You know, let's talk about Detroit for a minute, Jack. We mentioned their fall from grace. Of course, they won the NBA title the first 2 years the Magic were in the NBA. You know it's a bad year when you try to make 2 trades to improve your team and both of them get rescinded because the guy's not healthy.
Oh, boy.
Remember, they traded Sean Elliott to Houston for Robert Horry and Matt Bullard. And Elliott couldn't pass his physical because of kidney problems. He has since, of course, been cleared to play. He's in the lineup tonight. And then they made a deal with Sacramento to get Dwayne Coswell for Holden Polynice. Coswell failed his physical by Detroit's doctors. And instead they send Pete Chilcutt, a #1 pick and a #2 pick, to the Pistons in exchange for Polynice, who I believe is a free agent at the end of the season.
Yeah, but he's restricted, so they will have an opportunity to match any offer. And he has, he just said, I read a quote from him in the paper. They said, what are you going to do?
Leading 4-2, and Shaq has made his presence felt by short-circuiting the scoreboard on the goal. What's up next for the Magic? We told you tomorrow in Miami against the Heat, then Monday night come down the floor. So he'll tell the clubs 10 seconds to shoot, 5 seconds to shoot, and I'll just go with 1 shot clock here.
You know, and this is not a big deal at this stage of the game, but if it's late in the ball game, like the final couple of minutes or so of that 4th period, it could really make a difference.
Pacers. Hardaway rebounds. Now the Magic look to run. 4-on-2 break. Penny bounce pass Scott. O'Neal foul and score it.
Isaiah got him on the arm as he took off. Good job passing the basketball. That I thought would be one of the real keys in this ball game, how well the ball moved. A lot of times against the lesser teams, guys hold on to it just a little bit longer than necessary, but here the ball keeps moving and Shaq gets the chance for the 3-point play.
You mentioned before he went out about conditioning and how that would be something to look for. How would you assess his conditioning so far?
Well, he looks great. It seems as though he's having fun. He's got that smile on his face. He's very frisky tonight, it looks so.
13-12 halfway through the first quarter. A lot of big Magic fans looking forward to a playoff clincher tonight. Eric Bennett's here from Clearwater, seeing his first game with the Magic at the arena. Jeff Turner fades away. O'Neal follows that.
Fast break really working well for the Magic here in this ball game in the early goings, and the Magic doing a good job of giving up just 1 shot at the basket. And then watch right here. The ball keeps moving. Dennis Scott sees Shaquille coming down the middle. Isaiah with the reach in, not a lot of contact, but he does pick up.
Comes away, loose ball.
He can still shake and bake.
Hardaway feeds a big fella.
That's timeout time, I think.
Everything coming from within 10, 12 feet. Oh, listen to this crowd.
Now, that's fun. I think this is fun.
28-16, Magic big. We'll be back after this from Goodings.
Kenny is going to reward him back. Say, you give it to me, big fella, I'll give it right back to you. And Shaq throws it down. He's in that zone.
Yes, he is. 13 first quarter points. Our AutoZone in the Zone award brought to you by AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts. Shaq is 6 out of 6, 4 rebounds, 13 points. Shaq outside now. Bodies up. Jones.
Well, that's just a big Detroit making a little run here. The Magic need to get something going here in the last minute or so. They need to answer this, get a couple baskets so they can feel good about themselves. That's one way to do it, coming out in the fourth.
Shaq hits 30 for the 29th time.
Jackson has 6 of those 13. The Magic with just 4 assists.
6-4, Dallas the lead with the ball here. Ashburn whips the pass off Smith's hands out of bounds. That thing was a laser beam.
Yeah.
Jackson against Dennis Scott. Gets to the middle. Shaq knocked it away off of O'Neal's leg. 7-11 left. Riley. Right hand hook. Short. 15 in the period. Half of the Magic's points by Dennis Scott. 4-point Orlando lead. Mashburn hard drive rejected O'Neal.
More and more of Shaq's blocks are coming away from the ball. More and more, and it looks like he's aggressively pursuing those opportunities. Did that last night in Chicago very well.
And auto parts, Jamal Mashburn with 16 first period points. Jackson got his own rebound. He says the ball was blocked. They'll say a self-pass.
I don't know if Shaq got a hand on it or not. Mashburn went up and asked Shaq if he got a hand on it. Shaq just said, no, I sure didn't, but let's see.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it looked like he got a finger on it.
Big difference last night. Magic gave up 23 more points off turnovers against the Bulls last night. Mashburn's shot trickles off. Tough break for him. He's prostrate on the ground.
Defensively to take away fast break opportunities, and they have done that against the Magic so far.
Pick and roll, Lever tried to hit Dreiling, didn't. Skiles got smacked with an elbow. Mom's best cookies here always are kind enough to come down and feed us before the third or fourth quarter comes to an end.
Yep.
Best cookies in the arena. Popeye Jones blocked by O'Neal. Brought us some chocolate chip kind today. Now, about a dozen of them in there. That leaves about 1 for me.
And 1 for me.
The crew's gonna dig in there.
So we Magic now with 7 blocks against Anthony Boyd. Jackson, a physically tough and strong player.
He lost it on the way up. Shaq volleyballs the rock down on Greg Dreiling. AB the foul.
And Dreiling checking the nose as it hit him squarely on the nose. Watch right here as Shaq gets the ball. And see if you see it. Doink. Oh, there it is. Gets him right in the face. Thank you, Shaq. He's thinking games with just a couple minutes left. And they end up losing those ball games. But it's tough to have confidence when you lose tight games.
And this is obviously an unfamiliar situation for Dallas, winning only 8 times. Jackson cut off by O'Neal, the block. 2:31 left. Detroit by 2. Thomas, look at him get to the paint and create havoc. Ball blocked. Anderson stutter step. Shaq blocked it again. And a foul inside.
Jeff Turner reaching in down low. I think Shaquille would have had another block on that play, but Jeff tried to knock it away as Anderson took the shot. See Isaiah here. Someone's going to hit it as he tries to go up with it. That's Nick Anderson. Excuse me, Penny Hardaway. And then Shaq's going to get the block. And there's Jeff on the arm.
I think Greg drives. Isaiah around the Anderson screen. Draws O'Neal outside. Oh, interesting confrontation. Mills almost trapped. Magic have to play these guys April 19th. We're getting close to calling off the dogs here. 4.5 left.
But see, the problem is you're still in the third period. This in the NBA, boy, this thing is just not over.
Anderson met by O'Neal. He blocked it. No whistle. 4:20 to go. By the way, teammate Tony Campbell to the hole. And Doug Smith draws his 3rd foul of the game.
Beginning, of course, serves a lot to get him going.
Long rebound, O'Neal saves. Dennis Scott challenges Dreiling, missed the shot, loose ball. Shaq will get it. And he'll score it. Popeye Jones said, I got all ball. First bucket of the game for Shaq. Jones guilty of foul number 2. Long range, too strong. O'Neal rebounds. Shaq hauls down his 6th board of the game. Skiles got smacked with an elbow. Rebound, Kraskowiak. Outlet, Skiles. Down the middle of the lane. Tough pass in traffic, knocked away by the Mavericks. Gets the offensive rebound. And now he'll take the turnaround. That's short. O'Neal's follow wouldn't fall. And he's fouled by Dreiling. Shaq crashes the offensive boards. And he'll go to the line.
Magic getting it done on the boards. They have 13 offensive rebounds. Shaq with 7 of those. Dallas as a team with just 7.
Short rebound, Shaq. Smith from 19 shot at 20. Rebounds Shaq.
16 now for Shaq on the boards.
We'll pop in our Gatorade scoreboard in a moment. Dreiling fronts O'Neal now. Royal challenges out of control. Shaq falls hard as bodies fly and a whistle.
Oh, boy.
Tony Campbell the foul.
And Shaq still checking that wrist that seems to be hurting every time he hits the floor.
And a timeout is on the floor. 2 minutes and 51 seconds left. The Dallas Mavericks lead the Magic 95-93. We shall return in a moment. Outside Jackson. Ashburn wants the ball against Royal. Shaq doubles him immediately. 8 to shoot. Jackson needs some help. 5 to shoot. Jackson penetrates, steps through, rejected. O'Neal, Ashburn, quick shot, no. Ball on the rim, rebound Anderson. 5 seconds left. Nick front court. He's challenged by Lever. Foul.
Against the home team, a gutsy call. And one that definitely could have gone either way. Let's see what happens here as Shaq forces a miss. Boy, Lorenzo Williams right there.
Grab by Mills against Turner. His shot too strong. Shaq the rebound. Shaq's got his knee pads on again. Boy, he does look like he's lost a couple pounds. Against Anderson in the post. That wouldn't go. O'Neal flat-footed rebound. 4-2 the score. We've played 2 minutes. Pointer to make it 13 in a row. O'Neal gets his own rebound, or gets it outside. O'Neal grabs the rebound.
Now you saw
Shaquille rebounds. The Charlotte Hornets smacked it away. Hardaway comes up, feeds O'Neal left wing. Shaq puts it on the floor, swooping in the lane. Yes! Well, double teams all night. Another rebound for O'Neal. He's smacked. He'll go to the line again. Cadillac Anderson got him at a timeout called by Detroit. 2:56 left. It's been all Magic tonight. 84-60. We'll take a break and be back.
Tonight was how the Magic finished. You think back to that Milwaukee game, and while Shaq was not in there, still they had a comfortable lead.
Shaq settles. Is smacked, no whistle. Oh, they're letting him play down there. Okay, Shaq with 34.
So they're going to have to finish this game out. They're going to have to make sure they keep the pressure on and make a run here and not let the Pistons sneak back in this ball game. You know, as you watched the game last night in Chicago, they have a lot of big bodies on that team, and boy, they just didn't make a secret at all that they were going to foul Shaq, put him on the free throw line, and if he's going to beat them, he's going to have to beat them from the line.
Shaq's first 2, shoots the penalty here. 23-point game to lead the Magic last night.
Against the Magic, played well down in Dallas against the Magic. So if Dreiling picks up another foul, his 3rd, you might see Donald Hodge called on in this ball game.
Well, the Magic hitting their free throws tonight. Shaq a perfect 3 out of 3 for 7 points. Those 2 tie the game. Jackson 8 out of 18. Jimmy Jackson in their last game took 36 shots. How about that? O'Neal pulls free, lost it, but he was fouled by Dallas.
Pat Lever thinks he made a good play. I tell you, Shaq's been getting hit around a lot down there, though. He has to get something called in his favor, and the officials give him that one. Even Shaq has to foul. Has to smile a little bit about that.
O'Neal with 18. And 18 rebounds. His season high on boards is 28.
On a night when he has had to make his free throws to get his points, he has picked a good one to do it.
He's perfect. 5 for 5. Screen. O'Neal the offensive rebound. Now goes baseline, leans in, short, late whistle. And Lorenzo Williams guilty of the foul. He should have been called for the foul when O'Neal dunked the ball home. But he's called here. Dallas over the limit. The Magic with only 3 team fouls. And Shaq shoots the free throws. Boy, it's nice when he can do that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still perfect.
20 rebounds for the big fella also, to go with his 23 points. 10 offensive rebounds in this game for Shaq.
5th time he's tallied a 20-20 game this year. The Dallas team play here on the road, probably enjoying the beautiful weather. And
yeah, I would say he is also down to do a little scouting over in St. Petersburg this weekend.
Right. Shaq's still perfect at the line.
College players. Oh, these officials really working. And the coaches really working the officials. It's been fun to watch them.
Skiles sets the screen on Dreiling. O'Neal gets position, leans in, draws contact. Dreiling was smacked hard by O'Neal, and Dreiling smacked him right back. 4th foul on Greg Dreiling. Shaq to the line with 28 points, 20 rebounds.
You know, I think the high for rebounds this season, what, 23 rebounds, I think is the season high. So Shaq has had 20.
Well, he had 28 against New Jersey, remember, earlier in the season.
Yeah, 28. The next highest might be 23, so.
He's 9 for 9 at the free throw line.
And listen to the crowd. This is about all they've had to cheer about in this game.
88-81, Magic lead. Well, perfect still. 30 points for O'Neal, 20 rebounds. So 16 turnovers, Orlando only 13 points. That's a big swing. Shaq's hit 10 out of 10 from the free throw line, but still the Magic are trailing, and now Scott Skiles checks in. 1:40 to go. O'Neal, wave it off. Foul on the floor before the shot. Dreiling guilty of a number 5. The Dallas Mavericks. Well, check that. That's 6 fouls on Dreiling. Thought that was 5.
Well, he's done his job. You bet. He had 6 to give. He's using them all. You don't want to, if that's your job for the night, you don't want to leave the arena without giving all of them, and he has done that. The difference is Shaq has stepped up and made free throws tonight. The Magic 17 of 44 in the first half for 39%. 13 of 36 in this half for 36%.
Shaq 10 out of 10 at the free throw line. 32 points for the big guy. 21 rebounds. He had 20 at the end of 3. So only 1 rebound in the 4th quarter for O'Neal. And if it weren't for his free throw shooting, the Magic would be down about 8. Instead, it's a 2-point game now. (97-96).
And I would imagine SportsCenter will show all 12 of these free throws tonight. Yeah, they bet all game as he sacrificed some opportunities to score to get some other people involved. Look for the Magic to run a play for Dennis next time down to try to get him a shot.
20 and a half for Shaquille. Superstar on and off the floor. He's
yes,
a
he is.
Teamer as well. One of the class acts.
And if the Pistons do trade him, which kind of looks as though they will during the offseason, according to rumor.
So Shaq to the stripe. O'Neal has had a very profitable evening. 20 points in the first half. Perfect at the free throw line. Shaq as well has added 10 rebounds. For Shaq, his 57th double-double of the season. And again, we harken back to the point made earlier. There's been so much talk about Shaquille O'Neal's game, much of it negative, that it almost overshadows that this guy's a legitimate MVP candidate.
Yep. You just don't hear him mentioned very often with David Robinson and Olajuwon.
And that's not to belittle their years.
Oh, but Shaq is right up there with you bet.
With third quarter here at the O Arena, let's take a look at our league leaders, brought to you by Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light. It doesn't get any better than this.
Well, you see Shaq, Chip, and this kind of backs up what you were talking about when you mentioned consideration for MVP. That scoring title still not wrapped up as Shaquille could catch David Robinson there, although David playing very well. He's second in field goal percentage, second in rebounds behind Rodman. So if these are not all-star MVP numbers, I don't know for sure what are.
24 points tonight, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 block shots. He's 10 out of 13 from the floor, and he has hit all of his free throws. That's a pretty good night. Scott for 3, rimmed it out. He's still looking for that record breaker. Turner rebounds, Hardaway feeds O'Neal, and he's fouled hard.
Well, Jeff Turner, big offensive rebound. Penny Hardaway, good look to Shaq. Boy, JT has found a way to get to the offensive board since moving back in that starting lineup. He has 9 rebounds, 3 on the offensive end.
And he's been averaging about 8 rebounds since moving back in the starting lineup. Boy, oh boy, that's quite a tonic. Plus his outside shooting touch really helps create spacing for Shaquille inside. Shaq perfect at the stripe, 6 out of 6 for 26. Halfway through third quarter, 76-51. 84-60. Boy, what a great game. 2:56 to play here at the O Arena.
Never, with this much time left, talk about calling them off and getting the main guys out of there. Even with Miami waiting for the Magic tomorrow night, you have to make sure you win this one first.
Shaq 8 for 8 for 28. AB and Scott Skiles. So Shaq, a perfect 8 for 8 at the free throw line, stands up there.
Well, maybe they're going to be a better free throw shooting team down the stretch.
Hope so. The rebounding is taking care of itself, it seems.
Yeah, one area that they can definitely afford to improve is from the free throw line.
He's 10 for 10 at the stripe, folks, with 13 rebounds. I'm going to give him an unofficial triple-double. Shaq sets the screen for Penny.
Nice.
Second field goal of the game for the Magic. 13 of his points in the first period.
And Mash had all 18 in the first period. In my real poll, I picked Arkansas.
I did too, believe it or not. That's scary if we agree.
Yeah, you're right.
2 minutes left. Nick for 3. Good.
Nick had a lot of time to think about that one.
Elliott guards Dennis Scott. Shaq double team. Shaq against Anderson, who pushes him out. Thomas double teams him. Long pass across. Nick Anderson wide open. Shaq, of course, is kidding us. Oh, behind the back to Hardaway. Oh, my.
Yeah, I think the big fella enjoyed the day off, but he doesn't want this team to get used to playing without him, it seems, and he's doing it all so far.
Yeah, it was Shaq Koo for about 5 minutes in that ball game. Minute mark. Nick off balance, runner no. O'Neal taps to himself, blind feet again. Hardaway, yeah.
Against this kind of talent every night, here's Shaquille on this rebound, and then the bounce pass will go to Hardaway, and he knocks that one down. It just takes a while to adjust, Chip. You know, you just can't step in. And Nick's going to say he came in from the side. It's nice, but that, of course, one game is not what you base that on, but
with 2 steals and a block. Boy, the Magic have passed beautifully out of the double teams all night. He's an all-SEC performer with Tennessee Volunteers. Shaq catches it out of bounds.
Called the timeout. The Magic will get the 20.
They take the 22nd timeout.
The opening made the move to the basket, and no one was there.
Under 10 minutes. Long feet across. They dare Nick to shoot it. Turner set the screen the other way.
Now you saw the Pistons. They came out in that full-court pressure the first time the Magic got possession of the ball.
Hardaway fouled, finishes beautiful.
Just dances down the lane.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
39%. You saw that. They're out rebounding Dallas 20. 9-20, and Shaq takes the ball to the hole.
A brief look at your stats will show those 19. He and Mashburn are 1-2 on the Dallas team in scoring. Shaq catches, leans in, yes. 28 for O'Neal. Along with with 20 rebounds, 10 each. Team haven't quite been able to get over the hump. Let's hope it doesn't happen tonight if you're a Magic fan. Orlando ball up 1. Shaq against Dreiling. There's the double team and a whistle. Fat Lever. His fourth.
Well, Fat Lever has been back in there, and once again he just grabs Shaq right there. Almost comes up with the foul, but excuse me, with the steal, but commits the foul instead.
Shaq wants that rock. They're hanging on him like draperies in that painted area. Dennis Scott sets the screen for O'Neal. He catches quickly, works against the double, leans in short, rebound, fought for, out of bounds, off down to Royal. Turner's long rebound, picked up by Hardaway. Shaq down low. And he rattles it home. For O'Neal. How they play in the pick and roll tonight, too?
Play against guys like Isaiah.
Magic started slowly from the field. They were 3 for their first 10. Shaq jump hook. Oh, boy. Big fella's ready for the playoff run. 4:56 left. See Shaq go to something other than the dunk from time to time.
Have I? Well, I'll say it just since you say I do. I would like to see him go to something other than the dunk, and he does it right here with the jump hook.
We hear about that all over Sacramento King. Hardaway feeds the big guy. He's fouled. Score that. Jones got it.
Finding a lot of ways to get Shaquille shots to the basket here tonight. Well, Dennis Scott has had just one shot in this ball game. He has a couple free throws, but he has 5 assists. Hand on him as he made the move along the baseline.
AB gives it to O'Neal in the lane, running one hand. It's amazing. 32 for Shaq.
And you know, you really can't blame Anderson. He's doing everything he possibly can to push Shaquille around, to keep him out of the paint, but you know, he catches the ball right here, and there's just not a whole lot Anderson can do.
O'Neal tonight 12 out of 16 with 12 rebounds, 8 for 8 at the free throw line. Remember, he was 12 out of 12 against the Dallas Mavericks a couple of weeks ago. So his free throw shooting, I think, in the second half has gotten better. Interesting scores to pass along to you tonight. Charlotte looks to be rounding into form. They're clobbering Atlanta. Shaq turnaround jumper on the base.
And he wanted to hit on the arm as he let that shot go. Shaq checks in as well. Tree takes a seat. Up, Skiles will take a seat.
Yeah, Scotty thought he was going out. No, he's staying in. 18 out of 21. And Hunter harasses Hardaway. 106-97, folks. 9-point game. The Magic were up by 26 at one point. O'Neal sets a mean screen for Hardaway. Penny. Anderson with 5 to shoot. Shaq now outside against Jones. 4 to shoot. He's double. He'll need to fire it up with 2 to shoot. Good!
Man. Oh, I think you.
Shaq another board. And Shaq saves the day. 15 O'Neal rebounds. And as he steps to the line with his big game, he will earn our Great Western Bank Star of the Game honors. He's 11 for 11. It's brought to you by Great Western's family of companies, $38 billion strong. The numbers you don't see, the important ones, 11 for 11 at the stripe. And 12 out of 12 for 40 points. O'Neal hits 40 for the 7th time this year. 115.99 event in for Shaquille O'Neal. 40 points, 16 rebounds, 12 of 12 at the line, 14 for 22 for the field.
Big night, obviously, for the big fella. Gets a huge round of applause from the fans. That scenario, and the Magic will not even try to get another shot at the basket, I'm sure.
They've got to bring the ball up the floor, and they're handing out the playoff hats and shirts. The Orlando Magic are heading to the big dance, folks. Final score, the Magic win at 117-103. Confetti falls from the arena ceiling as the Orlando Magic clinch their first ever playoff berth, and Brian Hill gets a celebratory ride from his team here at the Orlando Arena. The Magic win their 44th game against 29 defeats. ready, folks. The first of hopefully many trips to the NBA playoffs. Fans up, and they're going to start giving away T-shirts here to all the folks, I assume, here courtside at the Orlando Arena. Jack, what was your first trip to the playoffs like?
Well, it was good. You know, it's no more fun in the NBA than making it to the playoffs, having an opportunity to be recognized as one of the elite teams in the league. The competition gets tougher. The games become more valuable. Bigger stakes set on each game, but no experience like comes with Grant Hill being lifted to the shoulders of some of the players. And Shaquille O'Neal handles him like he's a little baby as he picks him up. I mean, just lifts him straight up in the air. Look at his hat. Here is the shirt, the playoff shirts that will be seen all over the city here in the days to come. And the Magic obviously very happy with their opportunity to get into the playoffs.
So many things going through the minds, I'm sure, of the players.
The team is coming out. You might want to get a shot of that. You've seen our mugs enough. This is a festive occasion for everyone involved. The Magic will celebrate here tonight, knowing, though, in the back of the mind that it's not over. It's not over yet.
Did you guys party like this when you were a player?
We did not party like this.
But it's a great sight. The Magic are in the NBA playoffs for the first time in year 5, 1994. The Orlando Magic have 44 wins, and the Magic have 9 games left to play. And, of course, the journey continues tomorrow night against the Miami Heat at the Miami Arena. That will indeed be a tough, tough ball game. Again, are your leading scores. Final score tonight, the Magic are in the playoffs. Their 44th win tonight, and we'll see it tomorrow night from Miami.